Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Aquarius, it's your weekly tarot reading for January the 20th to the 26th. The cards we have this week for you, Aquarius, we have the Awakening Oracle card. We have triple tens here, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Fool, and the 6 of Cups. It's a very powerful reading here, Aquarius, as you can see, endings, and beginnings here. So perfect bookends here. We have some really intense energies. Obviously, we have some hurts as well that might be coming with this ending. However, we have a beautiful, fresh new beginning, and we have you through this experience of releasing and moving on, allowing something to end. We have you getting into a place where you can give and receive, be in the place to actually receive love and new beginnings again. So, very powerful reading. I'm going to read out this oracle card first, Awakening. Yeah, I mean, some of you may have, be going through an ending because of a spiritual awakening, because some kind of profound shift within you, or this ending that you're going through, this transition, might have actually triggered some kind of sense of awakening or deepening within the self. So let's read that out first. Awakening, and energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you're experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. So some of you might be going through this transition period and this awakening. That's never easy, Aquarius. I can definitely relate to that. So, if anyone wants to comment if they're going through a spiritual awakening, we can start a discussion there. But let's just unpack the cards because I really feel like it's closely linked to the story that's going on here. So guys, tens, lots of tens. So as you know, tens are completion in energy. They are endings. Obviously, that 10 of Swords, I can't speak today. Sorry. The 10 of Swords is that very definite, hard-edged ending. But these were the two cabs off the rank, the first two cabs off the rank, the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Okay. I am seeing that this ending potentially relates to the home front for many of you. So that could be your relationship with, in a marriage or a committed relationship, or it could be the loss of a home or having to move and relocate from your home. Because even though the 10 of Cups, is like a beautiful sort of, where we want to end up in love card, it can also be a ending or a completion. And together, with this 10 of Wands and these coming out together closely after each other as a pair, I do see this as being an ending in the home front or relationship. Now, the 10 of Wands is about the fact that this has probably been coming for a while. There's been a sense of too much responsibility in the home front, be it in trying to balance work and child raising, or managing a property, that kind of thing. Maybe some of you have even got aging parents, that could also be a factor, or just something that's weighing really heavily on you. So that could be knowing that the relationship that you were in wasn't right for you and maybe couldn't go the distance. And, that really makes us feel like we're, carrying a heavy load, physically. It can actually affect us, obviously, on a physical level as well. The other thing that I see with this 10 of Wands is this person is carrying this big stack of sticks, and they're really clouding his vision. They're blocking it. It's like a barrier. He can make his journey from work to home and back again, because he knows the path. It's a well-worn path. He just puts one step in front of the other and he can make that journey. However, this person here with vision clouded cannot choose another path, cannot see other directions, cannot choose to, go a different route home. So it's like this situation that you've been in is actually blocking your energy in some way, and maybe, stopping you from being creative, stopping you from achieving other goals, from doing the best at your work, that kind of thing. And it could also be that this situation is actually blocking you from a true Ten of Cups reality, because you're holding on to a situation that is, weighing you down, has become a burden, and is just not the right fit for you anymore, Aquarius. That's what I'm really seeing in these cards. So we see it this week as a focus energy coming to an abrupt finish. The Ten of Swords is a painful ending, and it often arises when we've held on to something a little bit too long, and that's why it's a lot more painful, because the more we resist, that situation persists. And sometimes we don't follow the signs, we don't flow with the universe, and end things when it's sort of natural time up, and that's why we can get the Ten of Swords. Something comes to a head. It can be a betrayal. Maybe somebody deceived somebody in the situation. Energies of vice versa, guys. Could be you or your partner. Someone might have had an affair. I mean, we have that with the Page of Cups here. And, the Page of Cups is a messenger with an emotional message. It could also be a child. A child could be involved somehow. There could be some kind of wanting to stay in this situation for the children's sake, and the fear of losing children through this situation. It could be something that a message that's come in synchronistically or out of nowhere, a surprise message that has really touched you on an emotional level and really been the catalyst for bringing the situation to a completion. That's what I'm seeing here. Could also be a younger water sign person, so Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, that is somehow in the mix, that has been some kind of catalyst or trigger for this Ten of Swords ending. But a Ten of Swords ending, guys, is final, so it's really time to close the door on this chapter, because there is a fresh, beautiful new start just around the corner for you, but the situation is blocking it, and it's blocking you from getting to a Six of Cups, Ten of Cups reality in its most positive state. You can see here that there's this beautiful golden sky behind all the darkness, and it really is ready to eclipse that darkness. So that's what the ending can do. It can allow the light in. The Ten of Swords can be, physical pain or stress, depression, fatigue that's associated with the situation. We know that when we stay in emotional situations too long, under emotional stress, stress can become physical, right? It can start causing inflammation in the body, aches and pains. Our immunity can dip and we can start getting sick. So that's why we really need to bring this to an ending, because that's just not a positive state to be in, and obviously that's going to lower your energy as well, so that you're not attracting in those high vibrational people and experiences into your life. And we see the pain here associated with it. The Three of Swords is the deep hurts. It's the wounds of the heart, the pain. The initial aftermath of the situation potentially isn't easy. It never is when we release something that's been a constant in our life for some time. I mean, with all these tens here, guys, this relationship or this home that you've been in, whatever it is for you, could have been occupied most of your last decade. But we are on the start of a new decade. We're at 2020. It's actually the perfect time to release a situation and begin afresh. And once we've released a situation, and yeah, it's going to open that heart wound and it's going to feel uncomfortable, but as soon as that process starts, even though it might feel like, oh my gosh, I've been ripped open, my heart's just exposed and the tears are flowing and all of that sort of thing, that's the start of the healing process. That breakdown is a breakthrough. Through breakdown, we can often awaken. We can discover parts of ourselves that we didn't know we had. We can discover our inner strength. We can actually start to upgrade our consciousness. We grow, evolve, because we're learning a lesson here. And, you know, this at a number 3 here, through going through that process, we actually create energetic space for new manifestations, because 3 is associated with creation and new manifestation. So as uncomfortable as it is, Aquarius, this is the start of you actually creating space for the new beginning. And in your near future, I mean, that's what we see, Aquarius. We have the full energy. So, you know, I actually feel a lot better when I see, you know, the full energy in a 10 of Swords ending reading, because this means that it was probably overdue for the situation to end. And, you know, that there is a new beginning right on the horizon that was just waiting to come through. You know, how many times have we heard the story of somebody who was in an unhappy situation, unhappy job, unhappy relationship for multiple years, hung on, and then they finally ended it. And within, you know, a few months or 6 months, they have found their soulmate or that perfect career fit for them, because it's like the universe was just kind of waiting for the space to bring that to you. That's what I'm feeling with this full energy. The Fool is also about you reconnecting with your rebel heart, which for me means your higher self, your authentic truth. And that in itself is an awakening. Maybe you had to be something for somebody else in that last situation. Maybe you had to dance to the beat of their drum. Maybe you had to cook the food they liked, wear certain clothes. You felt like you had to adapt yourself for them. Well, the Fool is about you shining in your own glory, in your own light. It's exactly who you are. And it's about having the hope to take that, you know, hope and trust, to take a leap of faith in a new direction, to start a new journey, to walk a different path. Now that you have the vision after putting down these wands, there might be multiple paths that open up. And it's having the faith to trust your intuition on picking a path and starting to walk it, even though you may not know where it's leading and what the destination is, or what challenges or mountains you may need to scale on that journey. The little dog here is just the nod to trusting your intuition and making intuitive, instinctual, calculated decisions along the way so that you keep a sure footing on this new path. Again, we have the little link to alchemical transformation as well, with the white flower that you will also recognize from the flag on the death card. So it says that, you know, when we end a cycle and we begin a new one, we grow, you know, because we are learning life lessons, because we are processing karma. We are walking our truth, walking our true path. And, you know, there is an element of divine guidance as well. You know, we have the sun energy here also. So it's like, you know, jump and the safety net will catch you. You're being encouraged to take a new path after this ending. And the promise is great, Aquarius. 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. This is where you're heading, and I feel this is the initial start of the journey. So maybe, you know, in the next month to come, this is what you're going to start feeling. So, you know, the 6 of Cups is about being in a position now where you can give and receive love. Maybe you were overgiving in the previous situation. Maybe, you know, you were just giving at a normal rate, but you weren't receiving anything in return. Well, the 6 of Cups is about a change in that energetic table for you, Aquarius, and it's about now it's your time to receive. It's your time to receive emotional gifts, love. You know, you might be reconnecting with somebody from the past. Maybe now you have more time for friends and family that you haven't connected with for a while, and it's you know, reconnecting with them and you know, actually enjoying love, joy, harmony again after a long period where maybe you haven't had that in your life. With the 7 of Pentacles here, this is about putting the work in a new direction. And by putting that work in, maybe doing some self-development, or you might be starting a new job, whatever it is for you, you know that you're going to get out of it what you put in. You'll get back, you'll get as good as you gave. So we're now starting to invest in a new direction, and you will reap the rewards in the near future. But with the Pentacles, it is slower moving energy. So this is about, putting the plans in place, putting the work in, putting the time and energy, And that in your next chapter, that's when you will reap the rewards, which may be 6 to 12 months down the track. But the Six of Cups also, Aquarius, can be an offer of love. It does link to soulmate energy. So for some of you, if you are releasing a relationship and then starting to really invest in yourself, really follow your truth, that's when you find an aligned partner. That's when you find that perfect match for you. So don't be surprised if in the near future that comes in for you after you've gone through this ending and healing. So yeah, there is the high potential for a beautiful soulmate to come your way. So Aquarius, it's a beautiful ending, not necessarily a beautiful reading. Maybe it is going to be a beautiful ending for some of you. Maybe not initially, but in time. Yes, we have to go through a little bit of the hurt, a little bit of the pain, but the promises are great. And you are awakening to a deeper sense of yourself. You are shifting your energy through doing this because you're releasing the denser energies that may have held you back for quite a while. Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. I do love this reading. There's a lot of powerful cards here. Wish you all the best with it. Do keep in mind it's a general reading. I'm not going to say that every Aquarius is going through a huge completion this week. Some of you are. This is for you. Feel free to leave me a comment, especially if you want to comment on, awakening for you. Are you going through it? How is this unfolding in your daily life? I'd always, love to hear, and I'm sure, there's lots of supportive people out there as well. So Aquarius, thank you, and I'll see you again for another reading next week.